Hello Rusty Pigeons, welcome for watching this review of the Mighty Explorer, the Anvil Carrack from Star Citizen. I will take you on a tour on this beautiful ship and hope you enjoyed it. The last time with the review I spoke too much, I think. People missed the information, like right now. So I won't bother you anymore. Just enjoy and have fun. No, see you in the verse. This one is with commentary. Hello. So you clicked on the thumbnail with fully voiceover of this review. So let's have a look at the Mighty Expedition starship, the Anvil Aerospace Carrick. This is one large ship. It's for especially for expeditions. So searching for jump holes, mapping jump holes, and also setting up expeditions planet side or on moons, planets, to have a look at the surface what's going on and search for, of course, like all the Indiana Jones we are out there, of course, search for treasure. Yes. No, this one is fully voiced over. Some people have difficulties reading and listening and watching, like me. But it doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will accompany you on this tour around the Carrick, and after a while we will go in at the ramp in the front of the Carrick and have a look inside. We are on the planet Daymar. So it's near Horizon. It's in the Stanton system. It's very dusty and arid. It's desert-like. It's a rogue planet. Daymar, there are some pirate activities also here. Also some derelict sites that you can find. So if you like to explore, go on your own here and have a good look around and be safe, of course. So for now, I find this vessel very Star Wars Vesk-like. I don't know, just have a look at the shapes, the design language. Also the turrets will pop out and will almost retract from the ship. There is an air collar behind it. So it's not a docking collar. Yeah, it's also a docking collar because the backside of the turret needs to be back attached to the ship. So it's a completely separated ball that comes out of it and can rotate it very freely to have a good look at all the scumbags you like to put down, of course. But I don't think many will try to attack you if you come in this vessel. Good armed, prepared, big shields, big armor, suited to endure the dirtiest and the most dangerous environments that humans can be and live in. I don't know. It wouldn't be a good idea, I think. So now we are at the back of the ship. Here are located the main thrusters. The ship has also VTOL thrusters at the bottom of the ship and retro thrusters. They are in front, of course. The retro thrusters are used for braking in space. And the VTOL, of course, for landing on planet side, so that you don't crash this almost 5 million kilograms of pure steel into the planet. They don't. The VTOL thrusters are located in the hull, so not at the landing gear. Some ships in Star Citizen, they have this fitted into the landing gear, so you need to turn on the landing gear and rotate it, and then you have the upward thrust. But these are the big ones. There are like 4 big holes, slides in the bottom of the ship, that the VTOLs are located in. I'm still the detail in the ships, in the environments, it's phenomenal what the people of Robot Space Industries or CIG had pulled off here. It's such a good developed vessel. There are no magic things happening here. The elevators or doors that are opening or closing, they have to fold back into the wall. Also the landing gear, it needs to fully retract, it works. Also mechanically it works. So I don't know, it's really astonishing what they have accomplished every time and time again with all these nice ships. So it puts in a lot of immersion, so that the ship could be real. It is not real, it is only real in game of course, but if it would be possible, it can be possible. That's the feeling that I get from this ship. This ship's also, yeah, we are opening the ramp at the front. There is only one button. Of course, we will have much more options, I think, just like the normal car keys with some remote control or something. Because every time running up to this button and opening and close it, also if you are chased by alien dogs or something, it wouldn't be a good idea. Also when you are in a vehicle and need to drive up the ramp, if it's touching the ground of course, but you see there is a little slight problem here that you need to be careful where you land this ship. But you have a small ship inside of it, a shuttle, so you can explore maybe before you touch down with this one. Now there is low gravity, so no problem, we just hop on the ramp and we continue our tour. Also the character models and the armor and that sort of stuff, it's really good. It's really, of course there is some clipping, it's pre-alpha build this game, so it's still not fully out, not even in beta, so it needs to be polished and needs to be feature completed, that sort of stuff. But it's already a marvelous piece of work. But yeah, like I said, driving up this with a vehicle, it would also be very handy to have some sort of key or remote control in your vehicle so that you can remotely open the hangar door, drive in or fly in with your ship and continue your journey, and also close it fast because you don't want any unwanted visitors joining on board of this ship. Now we are at the garage, the vehicle bay. You can put here like 2 size Ursa rovers. The Ursa rover is like this 6-wheel buggy with a closed cabin. It's more like a troop transport vehicle, but it's also dedicated for exploration planet side. For now, I've parked my Nox in it. It's a Hoover bike with some nice cannons, size 1 cannons beneath it, but it looks really neat. And I was curious just to have some different things in the ship. This is a ramp. Also because it ensures that you don't pull up with your vehicle too close to the door so that you can't exit it, because that would be a little bit of a problem. But also provides protection if you're opening the ramp and you are in tense situation with shooting enemies or that sort of stuff, that they are chasing you, so you can have some protection from inside the ship. Also, of course, you also have the turret at the bottom that you can use, and the side turrets. But also here inside, it's good to have some little bit more protection to cover behind. This is the main hull if you are coming to the vehicle bay. Also the docking collar, the EVA suits. Storage is here as well. There are some more EVA suit storages throughout the ships. Also some weapon lockers, but they don't work really good right now, or maybe it's not implanted in feature complete. Searching for the word sometimes, sorry. English is not my native language, but you already noticed that. I do my best. And of course, opening a door on a planet with lots of animals or strange walking plants. You have some nice time hunting them down maybe, or just to scout. But this docking collar will be used to dock against other ships, and also at some spaceports that don't have any hangar base or don't have any space in hangars. So they are all occupied, and you need to come on board for some how do you call it? Prepping for the next journey or making a little stop, that sort of stuff. This is the elevator that goes up. It's for 3 decks. And we are now continuing into the elevator to have just a look. It's the technical deck, the habitation deck, and the sub deck. We are now at sub deck level, so just opening this door. Normally the doors will open. Sometimes you need to push a small button at the panel, of course, very convenient. But you will see me struggle with this a little bit more inside of this review, because doors and elevators can fool you in Star Citizen sometimes, as we know. This is one of the modules. The Carrick has space for 3 modules, and they can be swapped out at the ship bay or at the capital ship bay. Also, the big components of the ship needs to be swapped out at the vehicle bay or ship bay. Now these are cargo pods, and in a total it's 456 cargo, SCU cargo, standard unit cargo. But there will be other things. You can maybe have a garage for a ballista or a Nova tank in here. A ballista is a rocket. It's a vehicle with a rocket pod on top. Maybe you can have a laboratory for science, or maybe you can have more storage, or maybe you can have troop transport or an extra armory for dropping them off. So these things will all be possible in the future. The modularity of ships is still worked on for now, but I think in 2024 they will be putting out a ship, the Redeemer. No, the... Ooh. Wait, it will pop up, and otherwise I will search it up. But there is a ship coming out, the first one that has modularity. And it will be also the first one that is implemented with modularity. So that it would be a very helpful and good thing to have modules in it. I'll just look it up here, because I can't stand it to not know any name out of my head, of course. Just have a small look. It's also a bomber. Oh, it's, I think, from Aegis. And it is the Retaliator. Yes, the Retaliator, not the Reclaimer, not the Redeemer. It's the damn Retaliator. The Retaliator, it's a bomber, heavy bomber, but also without the bomb bay in it, it's a modular ship. That is the first one that will have modularity in the game, and from there on, other ships will follow. Okay, just continuing the tour, having a nice look around in this belly turret of the Carrack. Like I mentioned, you have very good visibility, but if the ramp is down in front of the ship, you can hit your own ramp, and you can't. The enemies that are behind the ramp are protected, of course. They are size 4 Rhino repeaters. It's a laser repeater, so you can't run out of bullets. Yeah, it's possibly, of course, if your power plant is going down, then your capacitors will don't get any power anymore, so you can't shoot. But it's not like ballistic ammo. Have a nice view at the Daymar, at the planet side, of course. Very dusty. Just want to when you need to put out the very nice shot of taking hits, then the dust clouds come in, of course. Okay, yeah, this one is also very much at the back of the ship, so we have the subdeck cleared for now, and we move on to the habitation deck. Yeah, we came across some things in the other corridor just like a minute ago before I needed to search up information about the Retaliator. But this is the armory. So you have armor lockers here. EVA suits is also possible, of course, but and weapon racks. You saw putting my weapon back in the weapon rack at the other side. Also have a look at the details. The very nice. You have a big elevator here that is also going up throughout the ship to the max level. So this is the main elevator. Therefore, it's also, of course, the armory is beneath it. So if there is any activity or hostile activity, you can go down by elevator, put on your suits, get your weapons out, and protect the ship from the inside if there is a boarding action. This is the small elevator that we just had a look at. We will go up to the habitation deck. Also, this subdeck is very clean lit. There is some very bright lights, working lights, so not very warm and comfy, but you will see a difference in there. So we move to the med bay and the bridge. You will see a little bit of difference in lighting also. It has much more of a warm lighting. This is the door with access to a ladder. The mechanical ladder that you can use to go through all the floors, of course, in the ship. If the elevator or if the power is out, you can take the staircase, the ladder. This is the med bay that we just walked across. It is a little bit tainted glass, of course, so that you don't see any nasty things inside if they are operating or working on patients, that sort of stuff. It's not very common to have a med bay in a ship, but if you are on your own, of course, in deep space, searching for treasures and maybe do search and rescue missions, because the Carrick, from a history standpoint, is a old vessel of the UAE Navy. It's from Aegis Aerospace, no, Anvil Aerospace, excuse me, Anvil Aerospace, and they are all former ships that were used for the military. So these ships, some ships are already like 200-300 year old in lore, and they are repurposed for civilian use. So they had, there are some Carracks in the universe that carry names that will also have the same names at discovered jump points. So these Carracks have discovered jump points or locations, planet, that sort of stuff, solar systems, and are named after that. So this is the quarantine level, of course. You need an airlock for cleaning off all the bad bacteria, all the stuff you can carry out of a med bay or carry in of a med bay, of course, like we all seen in movies like Alien or that sort of stuff. Nothing good is coming from that if you get in with filthy boots and discover that there is like an alien sandworm beneath it and kill them all. No, just joking, of course. You have 2 tier 1 beds. This is a tier 2 bed, and I will demonstrate now what is necessary to put in your respawn point, because a respawn point is also very handy, of course, if you are planetside and you have a terrible accident and are killed. Then it's of course very good if you can regenerate here. We call it a respawn point, but it's the regeneration tech. So they have your DNA stored at this device and can regenerate your body. It will be having some scars and some maybe messed up DNA, but if you are too many times regenerated, you are your DNA or your body is therefore too much scrambled, and of course at the end you will just decompose, and all things will go to your next of kin. So you start with a new, fresh, avatar. So you can select it in the screen that you wanted to have the Carrick as your main spawn regeneration location. So you have a nice office for the doctor, of course. Also, all the cabinets, the lockers, all the stuff is not physically in yet. But I have an example also in the Carrick that you already see that they are making progress in it. And there are some lockers and storages that have stuff in it. Because in the MMO Star Citizen, you will be able and you must be able to prepare for your journeys. So you have to mix and match what you will take on your journey, for how long, with how many people, how many guns, how many bullets, how many med packs, how many food, drinks, that sort of stuff. The oxygen, the fuel, special stuff for your drones maybe. You have to be prepared, of course, so that you can make this journey. And it all will be put physically inside the ship. So you don't have any magic inventory that you can access very conveniently from your wrist watch or something. No, it will be, you have to walk to the locker, remember it where it was. You are really living the Space Explorer life. Also the less needy things, let's put it that way. This is very warm, very, very well lit. It's a mess hall, so it has a kitchenette, a table for just having some dinner, or maybe to have some conversations going on, and to chill and relax, of course. But there is another space that is more relaxed and promoting to do some teamwork, of course, but teamwork on the pool table. Very nice lit. Also that there are some spaces in the ship where you can retract, like your own pod, of course, your own bunk bed. But also this sort of spaces is really necessary if you are like a few weeks or even months or even years out in space. You need to have this sort of spaces to not drive insane as a human, of course. This is where the toilets are located. There is another toilet, but this is the main toilet group. Then we are looking at the sleeping, the bunk beds, and like I said, the storage. So you will see it's opening, but you can put physical storage in there if you like. But it needs more features working to get it really going. This is the crew. Crew sleeping, how do you say it, room, because the captain has his own quarters. It is still a military vessel, so like all days, all captains and crew are most of the time separated. You will see in more industrial ships that don't have ties with the military background, you operate as one big crew, and of course you will do it here as well. But you don't need the authority to have different rooms or that sort of stuff. Also, a nice little detail of this ship is that you can fully look through the ship if you look from outside through the 4 windows that you will see left and right here. So it also gives this spacious feeling that there is more and that there is some air in the ship. This I meant by authority. This is the desk of the captain. Also his belongings, also his chair that still has a little bit of a problem. But it's a minor problem because I don't need a chair as a captain. I will be among the crew. But no, it will be working, of course, in the future. But this sort of thing you will counter in Star Citizen sometimes. You see some decoration. You will also be. It's also be possible in the future to put your own decoration in. You have your own sleeping compartment, your bed, your cabinets, your clothing, your suit, your own toilet and shower combination. Also, it's very nice lit. It just gives you a spacious feeling, of course. some feeling of importance, because I think captains and owners of the ship like him being important. Don't know. Let me know in the comments. Most of the important part is the bridge, of course. We will just have a look. There are some components like aviation, avionics, or radar or scanning devices, board computers, that sort of stuff. They are located here in front, near the cockpit, so that you can reach it. All the stuff like power plants, shield generators, quantum drives, they are all in the engineering room near the engines, like the main thrusters at the back. But we will see them in another minute, because this is a terribly long video, of course. But I like long videos and also a lot of detailed explanation myself, so I would treat you the same as I treat myself, of course. So you will see 3 chairs. It's for the pilot, the middle one, the middle chair. The 2 left and right are for the co-pilots. They will have a very clean and good view of the surroundings. Also, flying this ship is not very bad. Also, it's because it's a bigger, it's a large. It's not capital, but it's a large one. If you want to have exploration at the capital class, then you would see more like the Misk Odyssey, it's called. It's also in concept right now, but it's like 2 times as big. No, not 2 times, almost 2 times, I think. But it can mine quantanium fuel for its own to be in space longer, that sort of stuff. But the Carrick will be more dedicated to do planet-side missions and also mapping jump points. So when you're discovering a jump point, you will also need to map it and fly through it. And the Carrick has some antennas at the outside, or sensor arrays, that sort of stuff, that will map your current tracking of the ship when you fly through it. You need to fly through it manually, but if you are save this data onto your computer, then you can sell it or put it on your own map. So that's really important piece of the puzzle to evolve in the MMO of Star Citizen as players. We just walked next to the escape pods. There were 6 escape pods located, and now we are at the technical deck. We are in the repair station, workstation. Of course, when you are far away from home, you need to keep your own stuff up and running. You need to repair your own stuff. Think of all sorts of stuff: weapons, spacesuits, drones, tools, armor, space, all sort of stuff. So it's a really nice room for your engineers to work in. This is the drone bay. There are drones in the ship, survey drones, so they can be sent out in front to scout, of course, or to search for treasure or other anomalies. They are manned operated, so the 2 chairs you see in this space are for these operators. And the real part of the drones is not fully in yet, but we have a lot of ships waiting to be updated with drones features. So it will be also very nice. So you can do a lot of different stuff in this ship. So we are now going to the hangar, have a look. And also at the left you will still see the small elevator that will bring us back to the vehicle bay beneath, if you like. And also the door right next to it is for the ladder, for the manually going up and down in the ship. This is the small size hangar with the Pigeons C8R. It's also from Anvil. It's the Anvil Aerospace Pigeons. You have different versions of it. This is the rescue variant, so it's a medical, it's a small space ambulance, search and rescue vehicle, and you have also an exploration variant. You can hold up to 3 people in it. Also the life support supports up to 3 people, but we have a look inside as well, of course, in a few minutes. But yeah, you have to figure out if you can put some other things in the ship, because if you buy it for real money, you will get and a small ship inside and the Ursa rover in the vehicle bay. So you buy a large ship, the Carrick itself, the Pigeons and the Ursa. So you have 3 ships/vehicles in one buy. If you are buying the ship in game, you need to buy the vehicles separately, of course. I think, but I've mentioned it in the text on the screen. It's for now Alpha UEC, so it's in-game money. It will be in the range of, let me have a small look at some data, of course. It will be on sale at the Astro Armada in Area 18. It's a planet in Stanton. It's a ship dealer for 26.5 million Alpha UEC, but it will go up in price, of course, because the economy is also developing in Star Citizen. But if you want to buy it for real cash and therefore pledging Star Citizen, because it's a Kickstarter model, so you pledge with real money to develop this game and to support the developer. There is not a large producer like Electronic Arts or Activision above it. It is it's for the fans and for the developers, and also they are funding the project. So we have now a little look at the turret that I explained in the beginning when we are working had walked around the ship. Sorry, it's a bit stumbling through my words here. But you see the turret will be totally separately usable from the ship. So there is an air dock, air collar behind it, so you are sealed off. But also, if there is an accident and they will target the turret pods and they will shoot them off your Carrick, you don't lose pressure inside of the ship. You only lose this canopy, this gun canopy, and the ship will be safe. Of course, the person, the crew that was in this pod needs to be rescued or searched for or regenerated, of course. But it's very thoughtful, I thought, because you never know what you're going to face if you are exploring new planets, if you are coming new species, alien species, or maybe pirates or other scumbags, or you just have an accident or wildlife on a planet, that sort of stuff. So it's this is the airlock that you need to go through to keep it safe. There is not much of like unused space in the Carrick. I think it's very well designed and very well, like in proportions, designed. This is the control room for the engineer. So here you can tweak the power and also the emissions that it sends out, because if you like low emissions and not be seen on radar, you have to turn down your engines or your radiation that your engines is producing. So it will be all possible with this engineering gameplay. This is the engine bay. You will see the four, these are the two big ones, of course, but the steamy engines. There are no steam engines, of course, some sort of propulsion, but doesn't matter. It looks very cool. It looks very industrial. This is also the place where the other components are located. The gameplay for the engineer, so tweaking components, tweaking engines, repairing them if they, and also the gameplay with some battery packs to jumpstart new components or old components in the heat of the battle will be all in Star Citizen. So you have different professions and everybody is valuable and everybody needs to understand the part that he is doing in a crew of a ship. Of course, You can do this with other players, but you also can hire crew at planets or install like blades. They are like computer servers that can be used to automate turrets, that sort of stuff. You will see also these are very big components, so you can't swap them out easily with tractor beams, that sort of stuff. If you like them removed, it needs to be done at the shipyard, and therefore also opening the outside of the hull to get to the inside. So with smaller ships, you see that you can pull it out, bring it back outside through doors or that sort of stuff. That's not possible with this big big of a ship. Just gonna have some sip of my tea, because all the talking will get me just as dusty as the planet we're on. Or if you are paying attention, you will see that we are not at Daymar anymore. We are at the planet of Microtech. Microtech, it has like this snowy mountains, a lot of cold environment, but also more Earth-like. And there are trees, mountain ridges, grassland, that sort of stuff. Also rivers and waterfall. Yeah, very good. But you will see it if we go and take this thing out for a flight. Also the fuel intakes, I didn't mention them, but the fuel tanks are large. Also the quantum fuel is very large, so that you can go on and about, do journeys that you are long away from home with this kind of amount of fuel. I don't know if there is an hydrogen collecting system on board of the ship, so that it can collect its own and make its own hydrogen out of gas or air. Some ships have it, but I don't think this one has it. It doesn't matter, of course, because if you are fueled up and ready to go, you can you can jump and you can plot your course, of course, very efficiently. You will don't run out of fuel that fast. At the left side there was also the other turret, and now we are back at the hangar bay. We will have a look upside. So we are now on the technical deck, and we are now going to the cartography deck or room. Look, another door. So let's go. Oh, there is a tidy neat thing that it's really property of the Navy, or has been property of the Navy. It's the logo of the Navy, UEE. So you see some resemblance inside of your ship, maybe also like a serial number or that sort of stuff, because these Carracks are produced for the Navy and not for civilian use, but are repurposed after they served. So this is the elevator. You can have a look outside on top of your ship. The hangar doors are open, of course, but you can have a view. So it's convenient, I think, to have a lot of view. Also this one, just pulling the door. So every door will work just walking up to them and open up, but not the elevator door. So maybe it's on purpose, I don't know. This is the scanning room where you can, I think in the future, locate jump gates, that sort of stuff in solar systems that you have discovered or being discovered. There are some different sizes of jump gates or wormholes that you can find and use, and also map them. So this is also an important room. There is probably also some crew working here, because you have also left and right an escape pod for use. And also an exit to the outside of the ship. And you will see, if you are like this landed planet side, you can put on your EVA suit, your space suit, and most of the time take out your weapons, that sort of stuff. So, and you can go out on top of the ship, and on top of the ship there are some ridges and some protection designed in place that you are and can take cover. This is the airlock for going outside, because there is a hangar, there is a ship parked in this little hangar, but if you close the doors, on top of the door there is also a magnetic field, so that you can also put another flight craft on top of it. Like here, left and right, there are some high angled ridges that protect you from fire from the planet, from beneath of the ship. They can't fire up this angle and hit you. So it's very convenient, also that you don't get blown off or that sort of stuff. So if you close the doors, you can park another plane that is bringing in some passengers, or maybe some food or drink, medicines, that sort of stuff, just for a quick landing. So you can take it into your ship, of course, by hand, and put it into your designated place for it. So this is the top deck. So we have like 4 decks. It was the sub deck where the vehicle bay was, then the habitational deck, the technical deck, and the cartography deck, and outside of the ship deck. So we will go back to the technical deck, and we are going to have some fun with the snub. Yeah, it's not a snub fighter, it's really a shuttle. The difference of a snub fighter and the shuttle is of course the snub fighter don't have any capabilities to jump drive or to have a quantum drive. Maybe a jump drive in the future, but definitely not a quantum drive that can use wormholes or jump gates. This one can, so it's really good, it's really complete. So welcome in the C8R Pigeons. It has the signs of an ambulance. It has a tier 1 bed, so if you are in need of medical attention at planetside, your crew can pick you up, put you on the bed, or you can pick up a crew member, of course, or maybe somebody that is in distress, or send out a distress call. And a tier 1 bed is good enough to keep you alive until you are at an hospital. This was what I'm talking about. This ship is is recently developed, and you can see you can open up the cabinets and really take out stuff and use. So in the Carrick it will be edited also, but I think it was a very good thing that you can much more have a look at what you physically can carry and also take with you in ships. So let's go. Of course, this is a remote place. If there are any pirates or players near your ship, always lock your hangar bay, of course, your hangar doors, because you don't want anyone parking here without permission. So some trees, some grassland. Very nice view. Putting up the landing gear. Switch on the lights, of course, because what's a space ambulance without some lights? The medical gameplay loop is one on its own in Star Citizen, I think. It's you have vehicles with the purpose of saving people, searching people, keep them alive, even like the capital ship Misk Endeavour. It has the possibility to have a hospital module on it, and also a hangar bay. So if you are carrying patients in and from the battlefield, or just on colony sites where there is a disaster or something going on, it will be a leap of its own. It's like tier 0 right now, but if it's fully implemented, it will be very nice to do. Now we have just a little swoop by with this small Pigeons and are going back to the Carrick. The Carrick can also hover in the air. It costs hydrogen, of course, but you can also take off and land from inside of the atmosphere. But also, if you are out in space, you can also undock and go planet side with this small ship, of course, to recon or to just collect some stuff. It has size 1 weapons, so it's just, yeah, it's only for defense. It's not really an attack vessel. It has also 2 rockets to have a little bit more of a punch, but also Star Citizen has the Maelstrom in his game engine, so there will be destructive environments. So yeah, maybe you are in a bad spot in a cave or something that has collapsed and you want to get out. Yeah, maybe your only possibility is just shoot a rocket at some pile of rocks to break open or to make an entry or an exit, that sort of stuff. Yeah, nice in place. Just get out of the Pisces. Like I said, there is also another Pisces, but it's an exploration model. It has no tier medical bed in it. It has just jump seats. So you can be with 1 pilot and 2 passengers in this small ship. So also keep in mind that you need to have your life support system supporting that kind of numbers. So if you are going in with like 6 people, it's possible for a small time, and then you run out of oxygen, and then yeah, maybe somebody needs to search and rescue you in your space ambulance with too many people that suck all up all the oxygen. So very nice. Also the lighting, also the special effects, the DLSS I think, and also the dynamic range. There are some more features, also graphical features that are going to be developed and also put in place in this game engine, and it will be much nicer. Also the lighting, the shader techniques, that sort of stuff. It's already good, but from this year on, 2023, they have trademarked their own Star engine, and it's an engine from Amazon, or it had the beginning of an Amazon, the lumber mill, I think, engine, but it's much more developed. You now see the VTOL thrusters beneath the ship. They are pushing up this load, and we will fly out of here. We are done with this review. We are just going to have a look at some nice scenery, exiting without loading screens. Without loading screens. We are just exiting now our ship with the Pisces, with the hoverbike in it, with some people in it. Just take it out of space and move on to the next planet. Do some jumping. Of course, when you are taking out this big of a vessel in atmosphere, it burns up a lot of hydrogen, of course. So it's not for free. You need to be decisive in what choices you are making. If you want to go, if it is necessary to go planet side or not, or just take out the small vehicle because it uses up a lot less hydrogen, of course, than this big girl. So you see, I am at the captain's controls. Beneath us is the pilot and the 2 co-pilots, and this is the second deck from the cockpit, and there is a point for the captain of the Carrick and the engineer and the doctor or the scientist. So it's really good. You can control it from both these places, from the seat, but also standing from your controls. You get a lot of beautiful scenes or views at planet sides, at atmospheric impressions, going out into the black, into the stars, into the Milky Way clouds, that sort of stuff in deep space. It's really good, really satisfying, and also all the things you already can do in Star Citizen MMO of now, not in Squadron 42, because that's a single player variant of this, and will be connected with the MMO, of course, but the MMO is the real thing. Star Citizen. Also, if you noticed, if I'm going beneath the ship, you can see these 3 compartments that are the 3 modules that can be swapped out, but also can be dropped out, I think, for doing some drop shipping if it's necessary. So you can put some module on a planet and come back and pick it up maybe and attach it again, that sort of stuff. So we will see at what it will be like in the gold standard, in the rework. So it will be up to the new standards of Star Citizen right now. They are keep on developing the technical stuff, the ships, the vehicles, and they need to improve the old ships also, because this is like 6 or 7 years old, I think. So just doing a jump drive to another planet. Yeah, of course, if you like this video and want to see more of it, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, of course, so that I can make more videos of other ships and doing features, gameplay loops, discussions, going live in game, that sort of stuff. What we don't see is the sensor arrays or the antennas. They are located also at the top and will be folding out. It's like this little antennas that will be like some meters long, and they will also give the Carrick another view. So we are coming to an end of the video. It was a long talk, but I did it with a lot of pleasure and I hope you liked it. If you have ideas or just comments on why you would like a Carrick or the exploration gameplay loop, that sort of stuff, just let me know in the comments, and maybe I see you in the verse with some answers. So, that was the review, ladies and gents, Rusty Pigeons. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like, subscribed and hit the bell. See you the next time. Thank you for watching.